Widow's Bay is a delightfully original show on Apple TV. Modern TV has so many remakes, adaptations, and reboots that it's refreshing to have a show that pays homage to the great horror movies while being truly unpredictable. Most Widow's Bay episodes have tackled one-off monsters of the week while building the centuries-old lore around an island that could be the next Martha's Vineyard, if not for the curse. Mayor Tom Loftus, Matthew Rhys, his assistant Patricia Moyer, Kate O'Flynn, and true believer Wick Crawford, Stephen Root, have mostly been working together to break the curse. Although they successfully killed the immortal founder Richard Warren in Widow's Bay Episode 7, if even one blood relative is alive, the demonic contract Richard started will continue. After going through generations of genealogy, they believe Tom's doddering, elderly assistant, Ruth Livingston, is the last living Warren descendant. Wick, the man of faith, tries to justify why killing one childless, unmarried woman who has lived a good life to spare the entire island is a worthy sacrifice. Patricia, the voice of reason, is triggered by the implication that a parent's life inherently has more meaning and refuses to consider it. Widow's Bay Episode 9 ends with Tom wordlessly leaving the shelter to find Ruth. Most have interpreted this as a silent agreement with Wick, though his resolve could be more ambiguous. While the news that Widow's Bay has been renewed for Season 2 is exciting for viewers, it does mean the curse can't be broken in the Season 1 finale. The emphasis on Ruth being an old, childless, single woman was so heavy-handed that it seems like it's not as factual as they believe. If Ruth had a secret child, then the bloodline and curse will continue, and there is only one character that would put Tom in the most devastating position. Evan Loftus is the most obvious and emotional secret Warren. Widow's Bay interviews with Matthew Rhys, Stephen Root, Kate O'Flynn and Katie Dippold play video 8:23. Matthew Rhys's mayor, Tom Loftus, has always been the emotional center of Widow's Bay. Tom started the season as a skeptic, but after his terrifying encounter with the sea hag in Widow's Bay Episode 3, any doubts about the island's curse evaporated. Since then, he has been forced to navigate an impossible situation not only as the mayor who wants to encourage tourism, but as a father who wants a future for his son. That conflict comes to a head after the revelation that Ruth Livingston is supposedly the final living descendant of Richard Warren. Wick views the situation through the lens of faith and duty, arguing that sacrificing one elderly woman could save generations of island residents. Patricia is horrified by the idea and refuses to entertain it. Caught between them is Tom, who spends the whole season trying to protect both the town's reputation and the people he loves. The ending of Episode 9 strongly suggests Tom is heading to find Ruth, but it's unclear exactly what he'll do when he gets there. Widow's Bay has also been renewed for Season 2, making it hard to imagine the curse ending in the finale. The most likely twist is that Ruth isn't actually the childless woman everyone believes her to be. The series has revealed surprisingly little about Lauren, Tom's late wife, despite her importance to his story. Tom isn't from Widow's Bay, which means Lauren almost certainly was. If Ruth secretly gave a daughter up for adoption decades ago, Lauren could be that daughter. That would make Evan a direct descendant of Richard Warren and completely change the stakes. Suddenly, the question isn't whether Tom can sacrifice Ruth to save the island, it's whether the island's residents would be willing to sacrifice Evan, a young man with his entire future ahead of him, to finally break the curse. What to expect from the Widow's Bay season finale and Season 2 image courtesy of Apple TV. Widow's Bay still has plenty of unanswered questions, but one of the show's greatest strengths is that it has never treated mythology like a puzzle box that needs every piece explained immediately. The series has built a rich supernatural history without making every monster, mystery, and legend fit neatly together. For example, the boogeyman is real, but his motivations and powers are completely unexplained. It's unclear whether he was targeting Patricia decades ago, and if he was, the show has never explained why he couldn't find her hiding under her bed. The loose ends feel intentional. They contribute to the atmosphere of the island itself, creating the sense that there is always something lurking just out of sight. It's all part of the show's unique haunt. Rather than ending on a pure cliffhanger, the finale will likely solve one major mystery while opening the door to something even bigger. That could be metaphorical, but it could also involve the mysterious door hidden in the tunnels, which remains one of the season's most intriguing unresolved threads. If Evan truly is a Warren descendant, Tom's arc next season may be finding a way to break the curse without sacrificing either Ruth or his son, which would put him at odds with Wick. A twist that Lauren is still alive would further complicate Tom's relationship with Evan.